Alrighty, good evening everybody. Welcome here this evening to DuePoint. We're going to spend a few minutes talking about what DuePoint is. If you're brand new here, if you've been here before, it's going to be the same as it was before. So I'm warning you up front. It is Thursday night. So I'm really chuffed that you guys have connected with us, that you haven't done Pooza Thursday like everybody else is doing, and straight into Black Friday tomorrow. So it's going to be an expensive 2 days. Instead, you guys have chosen to be with us here this evening, making money rather than losing money. So let's talk about how we're doing that. To start with, folks, DuePoint is a division of Constantia Insurance Company Limited. We're local South African, homegrown here. We're listed on the JSE as a public company, and we're a licensed life and short-term insurance company. First founded in 1952. We were 68 years old this year, 69 as we go into 2020. This is a 7-decade-old South African company. So you might not have heard of DuePoint before, but that's your problem, not ours. We've been around a long, long time. You can find our offices, Constantia, around the country. If you're here in Joburg, just up here on William Nicol, you'll see their big signs in that. Long-standing insurance company. So it's not something that's from overseas. It is something that's homegrown South African. It's also not something that's here today and gone tomorrow. We've already established ourselves in the South African economy over decades. Now, about 5 years ago now, we started a division we call the DuePoint division. That's where you're at this evening. It was designed and developed from scratch to be an economic solution for South Africans. Why were we doing that? Well, we could already see the crisis that we were in. I don't know if you guys have been following the news. Like, my word, things are just getting out of control at the moment in the South African economy. Today, again, some terrifying news. I don't like watching the news, but somebody sent me a WhatsApp and then it forced me to go to the newspaper, and then now I feel like I've just been cutting my wrists all afternoon reading what's going on out there. We really have got a decimated economy, and what it means for you and me on the ground is that things are getting more and more expensive, but our income is not meeting those increases in prices. They just really are not. We're not keeping up at all anymore. We've got more petrol price increases coming, I understand, and we've had 12 since January last year. 12. They don't even advertise them anymore. I remember when I was a kid, if there was a petrol price increase, it was on the news, headline news for the whole week. Now they don't even tell us anymore because it's basically one every month to 2 weeks. It's frightening what is happening to us. And we really knew this 5 years ago, and we were anticipating it getting bad. We didn't think it was going to get this bad this fast. But what we wanted to do was create a proper tool that South Africans could use to solve this crisis for themselves. Now, there's many of these sorts of things that come into South Africa all the time. Well, at least they pretend to be them. You've seen them on your WhatsApps and on your Facebook groups and all of this, and it's always the next major solution. And they have a shelf life of around about what? You've been involved in them, so you know how long they last. About, 6 to 12 months? And I think the longest ones go for about 12 months. The average is probably about 6 months. In that time, they promise you fame and riches and fortune, all right? But they just need your money. If you can just give us a little bit of your money, we'll make you rich and famous. And then 6 months later, 12 months later, they're gone, and what you have lost is your money. I haven't yet met somebody who has got rich off of one of these things that's come in. And so we said to ourselves, no, we need to actually build a real one, a real wealth creation tool for South Africans. And that looks very different from what you've seen so far. What you've seen so far is a mechanism for taking your money. But when you want to build a tool that actually makes money, well, then it looks very different. And what we developed here is what we call the DuePoint system. The DuePoint system is not going to ask you to do any of the things that take your money ask you to do. All right, that's not fair. There are a few that might make money for you, but mostly they take your money. And that is selling goodies. You've all been involved in it before. It's goodies. It can be milkshakes. It can be cleaning agents, pills, mooties, things from Asia. You know what I'm saying? Those sorts of things. They generally ask you to sell. We're not going to ask you to sell anything here. In fact, we're going to contract you out of selling. You're not allowed to sell anything at DuePoint. In addition, we're not going to fill your cars, your buckies, your garages, your fridges with things. There'll be none of that. And thirdly, we're not going to ask you to present. You've had to do this before. You have to gather your friends together and you have to present to them the whole thing, and then you bring out the milkshake and you tell them why it's better than the one at Checkers, and then they go and try the one at Checkers and it's actually better, but you know, that's what you're having to do. We're not going to ask you to do any of that here at DuePoint because none of those systems have created wealth for you. What they are what we call cash and transit businesses. Cash and transit businesses are businesses that will pay you cash when you sell. You sell something, here's a bit of cash. You don't sell again, you don't get any more money. What we wanted to build was a wealth system. That's something that pays you very differently. So we built a system that uses 21st century technology. That technology asks you to do one thing, just connect South Africans to us through the technology. If you're able to do that, you put us as the insurer in a position where we can do what we do best, which is move into the economy, move into the market, and create revenue. By doing that, it puts us in a position where we are then able to create wealth for you, not cash, wealth. Wealth is recurring income, not cash in transit, not when you sell something you get cash, but income that's there every single month. How do we create income that's there every month? Well, our products are all financial services products. They run on automatic debit orders. They never expire. They don't arrive broken, and they don't wear out. It means that every month now, after you've connected someone to us just once, you've created for yourself a stream of income. Not cash on the transaction, but a stream of income that's thereafter. Now, folks, it doesn't matter if you're lying on the beach or in a bed in hospital. This system doesn't require you to be transacting the whole time. It's streams of income. It is what we call wealth or recurring income that we create for you. It is what creates economic solution for you. All the things you've seen before say, come to me and in 3 months I'll give you 100,000 Rand in cash. You've seen the ones. I saw the latest one. Well, I say it's the latest. It's probably dead already, actually. It was about 3 weeks ago. The WhatsApp group that says, give me 2,000 Rand in the morning, I'll give you 7,000 Rand at night. Is it still going? But it's like it's dead now. There we go. You see, if it wasn't dead, it was limping. I know that these sorts of. And I said to myself, that's just amazing. Now again, I ask people who made money off of that. There's always somebody who promised they did, but I haven't found that person. Everybody else lost their money. They put the 2 grand in, and it never came out. The WhatsApp group closed down, or is now selling fern trees or something. It's just we fall for this stuff continuously, but that's not what our system does. Our system says we need to create a recurring stream of income for you. Now, folks, we built the system in South Africa, so we know what all your circumstances are. We know what all your difficulties are. We know what all your personalities are like as well. So we know many people, not everybody, but many people will come here and say, look, I'm just too busy. I don't have time. And I go to them, yeah, well, that is exactly what you need if you want to qualify as a South African citizen. You need to be too busy. Because if you're not too busy, well, then you must be a foreigner. Because every single one of us in South Africa is too busy. But you know what the problem is? Every single one of us is getting poorer. Every single day getting poorer. Why are we busy on things that make us poorer every day? Why are we unwilling to reallocate our time, even if it's just a piece of that time, to something that can turn that around and start making us more wealthy? Why is it? But we understand this. So we understand that that's our personality. It's our culture in South Africa. It's our mentality in South Africa. So we built the system around that and all the other things that give us apprehension around these things. We built a system of proper leverage using 21st century technology. It's a system that you can create recurring wealth off of 24 hours a day anywhere in the nation. I mean, those of you in the room don't know. Well, you do. I said to you, we're broadcasting. Right now, the whole country's watching me. Because this is not a business that's stuck in a room or stuck in a WhatsApp group. This is a business that is nationwide 24 hours a day. That is what you get with it. We've built into the system further protections. South Africans don't understand wealth creation. They don't understand that there's 3 things you've got to do when you create wealth. You've got to increase your income, decrease your expenditure, and you've got to protect what you have. People will say, oh, I know I've got to increase my income, but did you know that you have to protect what you have? Because if you don't protect it, even if you increase your income, you'll just lose it. And so we build protections in. As wealth engineers here, you get free access to our legal access service. It puts a lawyer at the end of your phone 24 hours a day anywhere in the country. Whenever you come into trouble, whenever you're about to lose something, you pick up your phone, and through our app, you're connected to a lawyer 24 hours a day. And you don't pay anything for that service. This, along with many other benefits you get as part of our process of creating protection of what you have built here with us at DuePoint. In addition, ladies and gentlemen, we're not going to ask for your money tonight. That's something that you've experienced in every other presentation. You've had to lock the doors and you have to pay before you leave. You know what it's like. Put your 2,000 Rand in. Buy the starter kit, pay for the training, buy the textbooks, pay the monthly admin or marketing fee. You've been involved in all of this, you know, because that's where you've lost your money. Here, by simply being a product owner at DuePoint, you get free access to the entire system, to our people, our technology, our training, our encounters, which are like our conferences. You don't pay for any of that. We're in a system here, or we have built a system here that is designed to create wealth, not to put you backwards first. Now, this is something that stymies most people. They come to these presentations and they believe that this is just like something else they've seen. And then I tell them it's not going to cost them anything, and they don't believe me. Well, give it a bit of time and you'll notice that it doesn't cost you anything. As a product owner, you get free access to the DuePoint system. You pay nothing for it in any way, shape, or form. In addition, folks, because it's low risk and because it doesn't require you to sell, everybody can do this. You're not an intermediary or a broker or a rep or an employee or an advisor. You're just using a piece of technology. It means that everybody's able to build this asset now. Assets are things that create recurring income. Assets are things you can sell. Here at DuePoint, this channel of income you're going to create is something you can sell. And assets are things that will outlive you, like your car and your house. It doesn't die when you die. No, here at DuePoint, the channel and the income it produces will automatically be transferred to your children when you pass away one day. That means the time and effort you put in now not only benefits you, but it benefits the generations of your family to come thereafter. This is the only tool we know of in South Africa today that does that. What else have we got in South Africa that you can honestly tell me is going to be something you build during your life that you'll be able to hand to your children and your great-grandchildren? What are you able to build today in South Africa that you can trust to last that long? Can you trust that even your job will last to the day you die? And are they going to hand it over to your children when you pass away? What about the business you're running? Maybe you're a small business or medium business owner. Can you trust that your business is going to survive in this economy? We're already 7 decades old. We've already proven our longevity. Everything's public about us as well. You can go and check our financial records, etc., etc. Here you have the ability to create something that will span beyond your own lifetime. And that, again, separates us completely from everything else in South Africa. Everything else in South Africa. Later on, you'll hear me saying that there are no other choices other than DuePoint in the South African economy. And we believe that that's a factual statement. That's not an emotional marketing statement. That is currently a factual statement. You as a South African citizen do not have a tool that will survive your lifetime in creating income for you until this evening, until you arrived here. Now you have a tool that will survive your lifetime and be able to support you and beyond in the creation of income, like nothing you have or have available to you in South Africa today. And it's the simplest system. It's really the simplest system. All it asks you to do is tap your smartphone. And I know you can all tap your smartphone. Some of you are doing it right now, even as I talk. So I know you know how to do it. And if you can tap your phone, you can then connect South Africans to us. And when you connect South Africans to us, they get plugged into this system that you're in right now. They get the technology themselves. They start connecting others. And all of a sudden, what you started becomes a platform of distribution for us here, the insurance company. You're not selling and you're not presenting. We come along into this platform that you have created, and we facilitate the purchase of our products throughout this platform, and your income, your wealth is born without any of the old things that you had to do. And then we distribute this wealth to you in 2 ways. First, through our returns program. Our returns program pays you R27.50 for every product payment in your channel, multiplied by a factor of where in your channel that payment was made. It doesn't pay once, it pays every month that those products are paid for. So let's start this. You start by connecting a few people. Some pay for their products, and when they do, you will get R27.50 multiplied by 200%. That's R55. This was a single connection. You didn't have to drive around and do presentations and learn about the tools and go to expensive training sessions and all that. No. You just tapped your phone and you connected these individuals to us once. You didn't return to them every month to beg them to buy again. No, you connected them to us once. And as a result of that one-time connection, you have created for yourself a stream of R55. So I've had in the past people say, but I can get more elsewhere in my cash in transit business. And I've said, but when you don't sell, how much do you get? Nothing. Nothing. So what happens when you try and sell the pot to the same person twice? they don't want the pot again, don't they? The first time they bought because you were a friend of theirs. The second time they go, but I've still got the pot. I'm not buying it again. And you get naught. Here it's a single connection, no chasing after them. And every month you've now created a stream of recurring income for yourself. These individuals will go out, they'll connect a few more people, and again, you'll get 27 Rand 50 multiplied by 200%, 55 Rand. In this example, it's a handful of people connected, you're earning just under 1,000 Rand a month. Let's call it 12,000 Rand a year. 12,000 Rand a year off of a handful of connections. Maybe you want more. Well, you've got a number of options here at DuePoint to create more income. First of all, if these people take more than one product, you get multiples of the 55 Rand. So if they take 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 products, you're going to get 55, 110, 165 Rand off of each individual. You're now starting to increase your wealth. Secondly, spend more time, connect more people. And as you do, you continue to earn. We do not cut your earnings off anywhere in this process. This is not one of those things. As long as you qualify to earn, you can earn on any point in your channel. You can spend the next 25 years building an asset that's worth multiples of millions. Because we don't cut you off. You can then hand it over to your children and they can carry on from where you left off. This is a tool that has tremendous power because of its ability to leverage your time, your skills, and the people that you know. We use a very simple example here. It's called 3 plus 2. It's going to fit into every single one of your lifestyles, even those of you who are too busy to do this. It fits into your lifestyle. What does it ask for? It says in your first month with us, just connect 3 people. Now you can connect as many people as you like, but in this example, it just says connect 3. And in every month thereafter, we want you to connect 2 if you want to follow just this example. 2 people in a month. That's not a big ask, ladies. You're tapping your phone twice in a month. I know you can do that, all right? It's not. I've been to presentations where they say you've got to do this 8 hours a week. We're asking for 2 connections a month, just to demonstrate the power of this tool. Put 2 solid paid people in every single month and do it across 6 months, and then we match that to what's actually happened with wealth engineers at DuePoint over the last half decade. This is not fun with Excel. We've had tens of thousands of people through the system already. We probably speak to about 10,000 people a month. So you know how many people have been before you through the system. So I know on average what you can expect to earn. Do it for 6 months, and on average you should be on about 2,500 Rand a month. That should immediately demonstrate to you how different we are from everything else you've seen. That WhatsApp you got today, how much did it tell you you were going to be earning after 6 months? You were going to be rich after 6 months. You were going to be in the med. You've seen the picture. It's the guy doing snow angels on his bed with cash. Hey? You've seen that guy. Yeah. That's 3 months in. 6 months in, it's your millionaires and all of that, okay? But we do know that no one becomes the people in those pictures. We do know that. Hey, you do know that. You know that generally you just lose your money and maybe some guy in Nigeria gets all the cash. You do know that. Hey? All right, good. So here you will notice immediately that there are no millions. What we said is you've been doing nothing. You've been connecting 2 people a month. That's nothing. Our top guys will be connecting 40 to 70 people a month. You've only been doing 2. And so for that, 2, you're now earning after 6 months 30,000 Rand a year with us. All we asked you to do was connect 2 people a month. You're earning 30,000 Rand a year with us. How does that change Christmas for you next year? Huh? I know you're going to do the very un-South African thing of saving the 2,500 Rand every month. And that means next year, 28th of November, you ignore Black Friday. And you arrive in December 3 days later with 30 grand. How does Christmas change for you? You know what you had to do? Connect 2 people a month, 2 solid paid people a month. That's all we asked you to do. Nothing special. But maybe you do it for a bit longer. Maybe you do it for another 6 months. You do it for a year. And after a year, that 2.5 becomes, on average, about 9,000 to 10,000 Rand a month. That's 120,000 Rand a year. You've given yourself a 10,000 Rand raise in 2020. That's what you've done. You haven't done anything special. You've been connecting 2 people a month. That's all. And you're giving yourself a 10,000 Rand raise. Not when you're selling the goodies. You just connected people, and every month the 10 grand comes in. Do it for 2 years, and the 10 becomes around about 27 to 30,000 Rand a month. That's 360,000 Rand a year. You see, I'm still not keeping up with that WhatsApp thing. I'm not. But what I have done is created for you reliable, recurring, lifetime income of 30 grand a month. how would that change your circumstances? If I gave you 100 grand tonight, 100,000 rand in cash, and put it in your hands right now, would that change your economic circumstances? No, because it's Black Friday tomorrow. But what if I put 30,000 rand a month, every month, into your bank account? Would that change your circumstances? Yeah. See the difference between a wealth creation tool and a cash in transit tool? We wanted to create something that South Africans had never seen before. Something that could pull them out of the mess we're in, despite what's happening on the outside. A tool that they would be in control of. A tool that they could use to change their circumstances with. Do it for another year, 3 years, and it rises to about 40 to 45,000 rand a month. Do it for 4 years, and you're up to about 60,000 rand a month. You haven't changed anything. You're just connecting 2 people every month. 2 paid people a month, that's all. Do it for half a decade, 5 years with us. And you should be on average around 80 to 100,000 rand a month. It's taken me 5 years to catch up with that WhatsApp picture. But I got you there. 80 to 100,000 rand a month, every month going forward. Not just the guy at the top who was there for 5 minutes and stole your money. No, every month going forward. It puts you in the top 0.5% of earners in the country, according to SARS. And you're now able to have a very different future. It doesn't stop at 5 years. You're going to do 25 years. And you haven't done anything particularly special. So even if you are busy, connecting 2 people is a possibility. And 5 years from now, you'll find yourself a lot less busy and a lot wealthier. People have done this before you. Many have come before you. That's why I can do the mathematics. And every month we put 2 or 3 of them on the stage. We don't have time to put up the thousands. We put 2 or 3 up on the stage and we show you what they're doing. And all of them have all the same circumstances you do. I'm telling you, go and watch. All their stories are permanently recorded and publicly displayed. Go to YouTube, search DuePoint. You'll find all of their testimonies there all the way back from when we launched. And you can see that they have all the same circumstances of you. Loss, suffering, difficulty, hurdles to overcome, bad at selling, don't know anyone, don't have any time. They've got all of that. But they made a different decision. They said, I'm not going to continue down this path of poverty I'm on. Whatever my circumstances are, I'm changing it with the DuePoint tool. And we put them up and we show you them. Those doing well, those doing badly. All of them, to demonstrate to you that you can do this. We had Peter and Rena, they're here with us in the audience this evening, that they were with us about 2 or 3 weeks ago. They've been with us for 3.5 years, but by their own admission, 2 years, they didn't do anything with this tool. Like many people who sit through this presentation, they take the DuePoint tool, they put it in an incubator. Maybe they think it's a baby. And they leave it in the incubator to grow, okay, or something, or to stay warm or something. And then they come back to it later, as Peter and Rena did. 2 years down, they came back and picked it up and have spent now time building a channel that now earns them around 8 grand a month. That's 96,000 rand a year. How does Christmas look for you next year with 96,000 extra rand in your bank account? Changes everything, doesn't it? Changes everything. All right, so they're building nice and steadily. Then we have another guy, Philip Fourie. He's started his career here at DuePoint on a farm in George. Closest city to him was 15 kilometers away. So when he says, I don't know anybody, he meant it. Not like you guys who have 5,000 followers on your Facebook page, but you don't know anyone. Okay? No, he didn't know anyone. And he built quite an incredible channel with us. He's been here for 9 months. He's now moved to Port Elizabeth so he can meet people. But before he met people, he built a channel that's worth 20 grand a month. In 9 months. That's 250,000 rand a year. Many people don't even earn 20,000 rand a month. In 9 months, he's created this tool. He is not unique here at DuePoint. There are many, many stories that you can go and watch on our YouTube channel. It's not just the 3 actors that act in every presentation. There are hundreds on our DuePoint YouTube channel that you can read the stories of. And you can create any income of any amount that you want. What it will require is your time and your energy. That's what it will require. You need to have an especially thick skin, because everybody you're going to talk to is going to respond the way you did. Do you remember how you responded? It's just one of those things. These things never last. I'm going to take all my money. You remember how you responded like that? Everybody's going to respond like that. Are you willing to have a thick skin to change your life permanently? Well, these people were, and these people have change their lives permanently. Now it's your turn if you're willing to make that decision every day, not just today, every day going forward. You now have this tool in your hands, but every day you'll have to decide to use it. Folks, that's just the first way we create wealth for you. The second way we do it is through our XP Rewards training program. We teach you how to do this. It's not one of those things where you're going to have to buy the textbooks or pay for the seminars. No, you get it for free. It's all part of the system. And we will teach you how to succeed in creating wealth for yourself through our system, understanding the economy that you live in and becoming better and more proficient at changing your future. As you complete the training steps in our program, and naturally your channel grows, and you meet those 2 criteria in the program, we start to reward you. We reward you in the beginning with a little bit of cash. The cash gets bigger the more you rank up. So you're starting to become financially capable of growing further and further. Then at rank 5, we give you a toolkit that helps you take your growth to the next level. At rank 7, we give you gold-leafed imported custom-made business cards, because when you give somebody a business card with some gold on it, real gold on it, suddenly we don't look like all those other things. Suddenly people are taking you seriously. You can go and find, there are a few rank 7s and above here. Go and ask them to see what a gold-leafed business card looks like. Otherwise, I think there's 1 or 2 in the glass cabinets out there that you can have a glance at. And then at rank 9, for those of you who've gone the distance, those of you who are able to have a thick skin, to accept that people would respond the way you did and get them over it, and put the time and energy in to get to rank 9. When you are there, and as long as you maintain your channel size, not requalifying, just maintain your channel size, every year that you do that, for the rest of your life, we take you and your family away, 5-star business class, all expenses paid. All expenses paid. There are no T's and C's on this trip. You and your family, all expenses paid. We've been doing this for years, folks. This is not new. I'm not hoping that one day I can take some of you away. No, we've been going every year. And in fact, we are going again in 8 days' time. 8 days we are leaving. We're in OR Tambo business class. And we are flying to a new location. Every year a new location. We're going to Latouz Rock. Go and look it up in Mauritius this year. Super deluxe 5-star. And I can show you, not the pictures on the WhatsApp, I can show you real wealth engineers with their spouses and their children living a life that most South Africans have no hope of living right now. If you're able to put your shoulder to the wheel and to push until you get to rank 9, then you too can come on trips in December every year with us that look a bit like this. 8 days. And we're going on our next trip to another location to do different things and to live a life that's different from the one that most people are living now. At rank 11, we'll give you another very useful tool. It's your own car. It's not branded. It's not financed through us or rented from us, and we don't give it to you and take it away if your production drops off. No, it's yours. It's your tool for the creation of wealth here at DuePoint. Again, these are not things that we haven't delivered on already. We deliver on them. Just last week, we had another person go rank 11, and just this week, they got delivery of their car. You can go to, it's not on Facebook yet, maybe tomorrow. Rob's going to put it up on Facebook. Them taking delivery of their new car. Isn't that a good day? Can you imagine that day? You know, Rob always says that the best car in the world is the one you don't have to pay for. And that's what you get at rank 11. So when a few people say no to you or a few people laugh at you, is it really worth giving all of this up? It's an interesting question. Interesting question. Folks, we build the wealth that we make here all off of the back of our financial services products, just like I said. We have, at the moment, 5 options here at DuePoint. We've got our Access Wealth plan that costs 324 Rand a month. For that, you get 2 independent products, your very own tax-free investment account, and 120,000 Rands worth of personal accident cover. The next product that we have is our Wealth Guard product. It's 249 Rand a month, and for that you get R1,000,000 Rands worth of personal accident cover. No waiting periods, no maximum age limits, no medical examinations or declarations. Everybody can be insured here at DuePoint. Our third product is our Family Wealth Funeral Plan. Starts at 299, but gives you a whole bunch of options. You can pick between 20 or 30,000 Rands worth of funeral cover. And whether you want 5 or 10 family members on the plan with you, and you as the principal policy holder get 10,000 Rands worth of outstanding debt cover. So when you pass away, we actually settle 10,000 Rands worth of your debt in addition for paying for the funeral. Quite good, I think. Our fourth product is our Legal Guard product. It's also 249 Rand a month. For that, you get 250,000 Rands worth of legal expenses cover per incident. Now that means that not only do you have a lawyer at the end of your phone 24 hours a day, you now have a lawyer in the room with you who will fight your CCMA cases, retrenchment cases, civil and labor court cases, everything that happens in your life. They'll draw up contracts for you, review contracts for you, debt counseling, trauma counseling, witness protection, all built in to what we believe is one of the finest products in the country today for less than a meal for 4 at McDonald's. Our fifth product is our Wealth Points Buyers Club. It's 299 Rand a month to be a member, and as a member, you get access to all of our corporate suppliers. We have suppliers coming to us all the time, wanting to give us discounts and prices and vouchers and packages and VIP services and all sorts of things so that they can get our business. You get access to that as a member of our Buyers Club for 299 Rand a month. This means, remember those 3 rules of wealth creation. Increase your earnings, you've got the tool to do it. Decrease your expenditure, well, you can select the product that does that for you and protect what you've got. Again, we've got a product that'll do it and your free service on your phone with us here. We build the rules of wealth creation into our business. And folks, I can't remember, did Rob put the slide in on this thing? No, he didn't. Let me tell you, we just launched 2 new suppliers this week. If you're following us on Facebook, you would have seen it there. If you were here on Saturday morning, you would have seen them outside. We just added 2 new motor companies to our portfolio. Mahindra and Mazda have now come on board where you can get discounts and services on cars. So it's not just like, discounts on sorbet, which incidentally you can also get, but, it's now on your car. You can get a discount. And I know that we've got Ford on board as well. And I think about 15 to 20 people have already bought vehicles through Ford from us and have had huge discounts. Massive. Some of the stories we've heard, 80 grand discounts, 40 grand discounts. Well, one of them was bought the car down in Durban. They flew him up, paid for his air ticket to come up and get his car, only because he was a Wealth Points Buyers Club member. That's what we have created. Not only benefits in the tool, but in the products as well. Every one of our products, ladies and gentlemen, has a full review video that'll tell you all the benefits and all the terms and conditions of every one of our products. You can see them on our website, on our YouTube channel, and if you've got the DuePoint app, you can find them there too. Every piece of information is publicly disclosed here at DuePoint. Folks, we wrap our entire business in what we call our Achiever Quest. Our Achiever Quest is there to get you going straight away. Month 1, and then to sustain you as you grow your channel thereafter. It says that in any calendar month, if you can put 10, 20, or 30 people into your channel and get them paid in the same calendar month, we'll boost your earnings by additional 5, 10, or 15,000 Rand. That's massive. That means in your very first month with us, you're able to achieve 5 grand minimum, plus returns and rewards. If you're willing to connect 10 people to us and get them paid in the same calendar month. If you do 20, well, that's a 10,000 Rand extra, and 15 for 30. Do that every month. Folks, this Achiever Quest runs every month. You do that every month, you can get 60, 120, 180,000 Rand extra income a year out of this system. And we have those that are doing it. It's there for you to choose how fast you want to start changing your circumstances with us here. Everything about us is public, folks. Go to the JSC's website, look us up under Conduit Capital. If you want to, go to Constantia's website, find their financial statements, directors, BEE status. It's all there. It's all there. This is a fully public company. Go to the regulators' websites. The FSCA's website has our long and short-term licenses and our FSP licenses. There are 9 regulators that look after this business. There are not 9 regulators that look after that WhatsAppy thing you got today. There are not. Here we have 9 regulators that look after this business. Legitimate businesses will tell you the truth. Here's the truth. You don't get wealthy overnight. Not in anything. Not in anything. Nothing makes you wealthy overnight. And what also it says is that if you're going to build wealth sustainably, you better know who your partner is. And yet, us as South Africans, how many millions have been lost in these things you don't even know who's on the other side of them? Here you know exactly who we are. You can find us around the country, our offices. You can find us on the regulators' websites, and if you talk to them, they're in communication with us every day. In fact, I was at the FSCA's website yesterday. Not website, their offices, sorry. Yesterday. We're in regular communication with them. This is something you can put your roots down into. That's very different from everything else you've seen, is it not? This doesn't look like what you thought it was when we started this presentation this evening. If you want to become a wealth engineer, ladies and gentlemen, super simple. You're going to go to our website and you're going to sign up. It's DuePoint.net. You'll find us on the internet. You've got all the videos, all the paperwork, all the policy documents, all there. Before you've done anything, they're all there. When you're ready, you click join and apply. Fill out the form, less than 3 minutes, and you are a wealth engineer. Now, our application form takes longer or shorter based on your age. It's exactly the same application form for everyone. But if you're over 50, it'll take you about half an hour. If you're under 50, less than 3 minutes, and you'll be through that application form. It's the same application form for everyone. Once you're a wealth engineer, you need our technology, because that's what you use here. You're going to have to download our app. It's free. Like everything at DuePoint, it's free. You're going to download it, put it on your phone tonight, and you now have the technology to connect people to us. Then you need to learn how to use it. This is something that many wealth engineers don't do. I know what I'm doing. Move out the way, I know what I'm doing. You've never used our app, you have no idea what you're doing. You think we're selling Tupperware, you know? No. Ladies and gentlemen, before you do anything else tonight, you need to have watched the training videos. They're not going to kill you to watch. They're quite well done. There's no written exam afterwards. It's very simple. Just watch. When you open your app tonight, you're going to click the Tools button in the bottom right-hand corner. You've got to remember this. If you remember nothing else this evening, just remember, Tools button in the bottom right-hand corner. Open it up. It'll open into what? Getting started. And you will be able to watch the videos. By the time you're done with them, you know what you're doing. And then you get out there and you do the only thing we ask you to do. Just connect people to us. That's it. You're going to use that tech to connect people. You'll know how to do it once you've watched those training videos tonight. Once you've connected 3 people, you start earning here at DuePoint. Just 3 connections, and you're making money. And given the fact that everybody's going to be spending money tomorrow, I would wait until about 3, 4 o'clock when the buyer's remorse sets in. Okay? When the buyer's remorse sets in at about 3 or 4 o'clock tomorrow, that's when you hit them. We've got to get back the money you just lost on these trinkets. All right? That's when you hit them. It's a great day to become a wealth engineer. It's a great day. On Black Friday, it's a good day to be a wealth engineer. You wait, you see those videos of them cramming through the doors and killing each other for cheap TV and all of that. You know that one? Let the pandemonium die. When they come out bleeding, bruised, and crying, that's when you go, come here, come here, come here. Let me show you something. Click, watch. And you plug them into the system, and you connect them to creating wealth for themselves. Ladies and gentlemen, everything you need at DuePoint is online. everything. You guys are sitting in the audience, but we have hundreds of people watching us live tonight. They're not here. They're around the country. This is not a business that requires an office to do. You have the tool on your app. That's all on your phone. That's all that you need. You don't ever need to be here. Everywhere else is, so when's you going to build an office of DuePoint? I've already got it. It's built into every one of your phones. You've got a full DuePoint office in your phone. You have the ability to find us everywhere. Go to our YouTube channel, DuePoint, subscribe, click the alert button, and now you've got all the videos, all the tools, all the broadcasts are on your phone and ready to go. Go to our Facebook page and follow us there every day. We give you all the content you need for social media. Go to our podcasts. If video data is expensive for you, well, downgrade it to listening. Podcasts are tiny. We've got all the podcasts for you. We've got an online store if you want to buy the tools. And folks, I need to remind you again, in our list of tools, there's a discount on our USB sticks. Why is that important? Because our USB sticks come with all the presentations, training, testimonies on them. And our live presentations are ending next week, Friday. They start again in January. That means the whole of December, which is an awesome time to be making wealth, you're going to want to either be using our YouTube channel, which is high data, or our USB stick stuck in the back of your TV. Okay? Doesn't take any data. It just plays straight off the USB stick. So get the USB stick, for crying in a bucket. Do I have to write it on the screen? Buy it. It's on discount at the moment if you buy it on our store. So go to the store and buy the USB stick, and we'll have it delivered to you. And now you don't have to burn data all Christmas long. You can play me over and over again. I'm ready 24 hours a day, full makeup, ready to go. You plug me in there, bang, I'm live for you to connect anyone to me if you've got that USB stick. And secondly, folks, business cards orders end tomorrow. Whatever you want done have to be, because the printers are all closing. So if you want cards printed before 2020, your orders have to be in by tomorrow. Close of business tomorrow is the last orders we're taking for 2019's business cards. So please order them online or here at the counter. Get them done for you. Then we can have them to you hopefully by the middle of the month of December, and you're ready to go. Otherwise, you're going to have to wait until probably February before you'll get the next set of business cards. So keep that in mind. You'll find that and many other tools for the creation of wealth with us here at DuePoint on our store. Ladies and gentlemen, we've been quite serious about what we've done here at DuePoint. We wanted to create a proper economic solution for South Africans. Unlike our counterparts, we did not last 6 to 12 months. We're coming up on half a decade now of doing this business. We've proven our sustainability and the success of this tool. Tonight might be your first night here. Well, it's the first night of the rest of your life, effectively. You will either choose to use this tool or to reject this tool. Both of those will have serious consequences for you. You'll have to decide which set of consequences you're willing to accept. Any questions or concerns, you can call our client service team Monday through Friday. They're always available to you. And for the rest of you, you can catch me outside, and I'll answer your questions there. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. We'll be live again at 12:15 tomorrow morning.